All right. So, I was not surprised at all when I got to this part in the article. The lawsuit also claims that Hill has tarnished the Fugees brand due to her habit of showing up late for shows, sometimes by as many as 2 to 3 hours. Hill has continued to draw fan complaints for her chronic tardiness. Just this week, the singer reportedly hit the stage more than 4 hours late for a show in Kenya. A complete mess. And that's just lateness. We ain't even talking about the fraud. Let's go. After making your death drop, headlock, got him in a headlock. Music to my ears, I'm about to make your bed. No time if you want to get into this article. Of course, as usual, the link to it will be in my description. All right, so perhaps as we all know, a founding member of the Fugees is suing his bandmate Lauryn Hill in federal court for fraud and breach of contract, among other claims, over their abbreviated 2023 and canceled tour a year later. In a scathing lawsuit filed Tuesday in the Southern District of New York, press alleges that Hill grossly mismanaged the setup, marketing, and budget of their scuttled 2023 tour, which was actually a veiled and devious attempt to make a big score for herself, the complaint states, adding that the singer then secretly siphoned off money from the tour guarantees. The full list of claims include fraud, breach of contract, accounting, and refusal to permit an audit of the Fugees tour. So I guess the lawsuit said that, hey, Miss Mamas was over here taking money off the top. Oh my goodness, imagine taking money off the top and be like, hey, guess what? I'm not gonna come on stage, or like, I'm gonna be 4 or 5 hours late. Oh my goodness. Taking money off the top, fraud, all that stuff before the tour, like fraud, all that stuff. And on top of that, refusing to allow the finances, the budget, all that stuff to be audited in the first place. So that's when press was just like, all right, so I'm gonna just take it to federal court. You don't want to be audited. We're gonna have somebody else come in and do some inspections, okay, some investigations, okay? All right, so the lawsuit claims that the 2023 Fugees tour should have been a huge commercial success, since most of the shows for the entire arena-sized tour were sold out in advance. However, press came away empty-handed because Lauryn Hill controlled the tour budget that was so bloated with unnecessary and most likely fictitious expenses that it seemed designed to lose money. The lawsuit said that the budget was so ridiculous that it seemed like they were shoving money in the toilet on purpose. Seemed like Lauryn Hill was. Furthermore, the tour was cut short when Lauryn Hill abruptly and unilaterally canceled the second half in November of 2023, citing serious vocal strain. And now I don't know how this happened, but I'm just looking now. I'm reading. Y'all really went wrong giving Miss Hill control of anybody's budget if it's not a per diem to a gas station or something, a hotel per diem or something like that. Y'all, that's where y'all first messed up, is even handing over the reins to anybody's budget to Miss Hill. Girl, I cannot believe that y'all watched a show of 2, 3, 4, 5 hours late, however long she be taking to get on the stage. You know what I mean? And then acting like, oh my goodness, this person doesn't seem like a fraudulent person. Girl, she take money off the top, and she said, matter of fact, we don't want you coming in here looking at what we doing with this coin. And y'all, the fact that y'all even gave her the PS5 controller to y'all budget anyway is so, and I know it's her, obviously it's her tour, it's her thing, like it's y'all's thing. So like, y'all are the artists and y'all should have control. But the fact that this particular, she couldn't control anything else. Y'all couldn't give her control of the lights or something. The costumes or something. You know what I mean? Like, even if she controlled, like, I don't know, the parking outside or something. Y'all go give her the keys to the budget. She could have controlled anything else, honey. She could. Imagine her coming up to you like, okay, so I was thinking I could handle the money. Everybody look around like, nah, we good, bro. Like, you don't want to, like, do the choreography? You don't help out with the choreo. I mean, I know y'all ain't got no choreography like that, but like, you know, you don't want to help out with we could do music arrangements. We could just chill with the band here, bro. Like, just chill with the band. You don't have to worry about the money. We got people for that. It's okay. Oh my God. The lawsuit, which paints Hill as a wolf in sheep's clothing with narcissistic tendencies, offers up juicy anecdotes, including one involving her turning down a $5 million offer for the Fugees to perform at Coachella this year over feeling snubbed by the festival, putting No Doubt, another act, at the top of the bill. Lauryn Hill's arrogance was again demonstrated when she unilaterally rejected a $5 million offer to play Coachella. The reason was that her ego was bruised since the group No Doubt would be receiving top billing over the Fugees the night of their show. The complaint says, Lauryn Hill never told press about the offer or that she had rejected it. Press only learned about it when it was too late, after Hill, in an astonishing display of hubris, asked him if he would agree to perform a new Fugees song for free as the opening act for her son, YG Marley, who was slated to perform at the same Coachella festival. So she turned it down, turned on all that coin and said, hey, guess what, kid? How about you just perform for free, you know, and just give my son something, just get the crowd a little active and ready and happy for my son. How about you open up for my son? Of course, like, and I think the press has been talking about this for so, like, he's been talking about this. So maybe that was the final straw where he's like, I cannot believe that she's asking me to open up for free for her son while we over here struggling. He said, I'm going straight to the feds. I'm going to George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. I'm going straight to that White House. You hear what I'm saying? He said, I'm bringing a federal case against you. According to the lawsuit, Lauryn Hill, reeling from a failed solo tour, first proposed the idea of a Fugees reunion in spring 2023 to Wyclef, who then pitched it to press. She realized that the only chance for her to perform at an arena-size venues and feed her insatiable ego would be to reunite with press and Wyclef and bill the 25th anniversary tour as a Fugees tour, the lawsuit states. Lauryn Hill exploited Press's precarious situation in which he needed money for mounting legal fees. And this Press is facing like this case, or has been convicted actually, from the U.S. Department of Justice after being named as a co-defendant of financier Joe Low, who allegedly stole $4.5 billion from Malaysia's sovereign wealth fund, while Low remains on the run and is believed to be living in China, where he evades justice. Press was convicted in April 2023 for violations of the Foreign Agents Registration Act. I put a link to like all of that information about what Press had been convicted of, and it's just like political campaign finance stuff. Like, if you want to read that, because I'm not going to go into that, if you want to read that, the link is in my description. But either way, he was facing like mounting legal fees from this case, and he was in obviously a precarious situation. As the article said, he needed money. And so the article goes on, but the 2023 Fugees tour, which was canceled abruptly by Lauryn Hill, did little to help Press cover his legal bills and left him owing nearly $1 million in unrecouped expenses, because Lauryn Hill was taking 40% of the tour guarantees and tour net profits off the top for herself, leaving the remaining 60% to be split equally between Hill, Press, and Wyclef. The lawsuit states. Press and his representatives only learned of that setup this year. I'm so sorry, y'all, but it seemed like Lauryn Hill getting away with highway robbery with y'all. What you mean you just found out about this setup this year? What are y'all talking about? Why did y'all hand over the entirety of the reins to Lauryn ain't gonna show up on time Hill? What made y'all do that? She taking 40% of y'all stuff off the top before y'all even start. Off the top. And you just finding out about it now. What do you mean you just find out about the setup now? Earlier this year. Get out of here. Of course she don't feel like showing up to nowhere. She getting money for free. She sit down, she making money. Y'all done gave her the password to y'all phone, computer, iPad, I mean Apple Watch. You done let her in the... I'm not understanding how nobody gonna be playing with my coin for this long and I'm not gonna know. No, I'm too poor for that. Like, nobody finna play with my coin like this. Like, she was really sitting up there with her feet kicked up. You know what I mean? Looking at all these contracts with her glasses on, like, girl, I'm not doing that, not doing that, not doing that. I might show up here not doing that, but I'm still gonna take all the money from it next. Like, what you mean y'all just finding out about it now? What you mean? Get me out of here. The mess continues because the article says, earlier this year, Lauryn Hill allegedly entered into a new agreement with Live Nation for an 18-show Fugees tour, U.S. tour scheduled to kick off in August 2024. She never disclosed her agreement to press. According to the lawsuit, ticket sales were dismal, which press blames on Hill because she had taken far too long to close the deal with Live Nation, and there was little or no marketing for the tour and not enough time between the announcement and the first concert date to do sufficient advance sales to justify the tour. As a result, Live Nation pulled the plug on the U.S. tour in August, prompting speculation about what really torpedoed the highly anticipated tour. At the time, Lauryn Hill blamed the media. She released a statement that said, "Last year I faced an injury that necessitated the rescheduling of some of my shows. Regrettably, some media outlets' penchant for sensationalism and clickbait headlines have seemingly created a narrative that has affected ticket sales for the North American portion of that." Like, imagine her writing all this stuff while she's sitting on everybody else's money. Like, she making this statement while she's snatching up everybody's coin, budgets look crazy, fraud everywhere, breaching of contracts, and she writing this like, oh my goodness, the sensationalism and clickbait and none of... Girl, get up off them people coin. Girl, get up off them people coin. Stop playing. Like I said earlier, the lawsuit also claims that Hill has tarnished the Fugees brand by constantly showing up late. Hill has continued to draw fan complaints for her chronic tardiness. Just this week, the singer reportedly hit the stage more than 4 hours late for a show in Kenya, like I said. It's so crazy to me because I'm like, girl, that's like a whole shift for somebody. Like, that's a whole shift. So, you know, like, imagine somebody say, oh, I'm gonna go to a Lauryn Hill concert. I don't know why you would, but imagine somebody saying that, right? I'm gonna go to a Lauryn Hill concert. Like, I gotta work in the morning, but I can at least be out for a couple hours. Girl, not with Lauryn Hill, you can't. You better bring a sleeping bag. You better bring your toiletries, everything. Brush your teeth at the concert in the morning because you know she's going to be late, and then just go immediately from the concert to work. Like, that's it. You ain't got no time for work with Miss Mamas, with Miss Hill. But yeah, remember that in response to fans complaining about Lauryn Hill and her tardiness, Lauryn did not apologize. She didn't say anything like, oh, well, you know, I know how long y'all waited. I'm so sorry about that. I'm grateful y'all came to hear me do my thing. No, nothing like that. This particular response, really, she said, link for it in my description, of course, but she said, yo, y'all lucky I make it to this Blood Rock stage every night. She said, y'all lucky I even show up to this. Girl, all right. So we gonna see if she gonna be late to them court documents and court dates and all that stuff. So we gonna see if she gonna be late to turning in the documentation and stuff needed for this lawsuit. So we gonna see if she show up late to this. Anyway, on that note, thank y'all so much for watching. Love y'all so much, and make sure that you have a good evening.
I can take your money and you keep that ring. Give me my things, give me